Hey, Blue Table fans! You are in for an extra special treat tonight. These are vehicles from MicroArt Studios. I've arranged them into a little bit of a traffic jam here. But, I mean, it's too large for my little digital photography area. So, God, let's just dive in. MicroArt Studios has been around for a while. I think some of these vehicles come from a different company. I can't remember what it is. But these are really, really awesome. So some of them are from a set where it's like a car crash. And like these two have been, these just come molded together like that. They've been plowed. This larger vehicle. Now these are 28mm scale. Now 28mm scale means a 6-foot tall guy is about an inch tall. That would actually be 26mm. 1 inch is 26mm, and it's usually scaled to a man, which is 26 inches. 6 feet tall. So this vehicle here would be about the size of a regular car. This would be slightly larger. And you know, it's tough because like when you're doing miniatures terrain, you can't do steps to scale because the bases won't fit on it. You actually have to make these giant steps and sort of imagine it inside your own mind. Let's see if I can get a little bit more of a close-up. Oh wow, I really can. That's fantastic. That's better. Fantastic. So this one here actually has bullet holes on it. Let's see if I can focus in on it. Isn't that great? I think the artist really brought the glass out by doing a white paint wash, so the white paint would go into the crevices. Sort of the opposite of what you would normally do. Now these are resin. Some of these models, let's take a look at these trucks here. In fact, we're gonna see some unattractive back scenery here. So these trucks, I think these come from a different company, but they're made out of like this foam. So you can see what it is. And then they've got like wooden pieces. And then I think the wheels are also laser cut MDF board. But they're really great. But you have to be careful because if you ding them, the styrofoam will actually, you know, there will be like a little notch in it. I could do it with my fingernail now, but that's low quality. So these trucks are awesome. They have these things that come off, these crate deals, and they actually are would be great pieces of scenery in their own right. Not too bad, right? And then you have a sort of a piece that they go on, I guess a trailer, and then of course the main truck, which has 6 wheels, and then this 4-wheeler back part. And again, they're that sort of styrofoam pieces. And I'm pretty sure this is a different company that makes these. I'm not sure. But you know what? Go to MicroArt Studio. They really have a lot of great stuff. Are you seeing me in the reflection there? I think a little bit, maybe. Yeah, Poland is producing a lot of great stuff. And, you know, they're doing a good job. Last I knew, like the minimum wage in Poland was like $400 a month. So that sort of changes up what they can do there. So anyway, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. All right, so yeah, we've got like these buses back here. These turned out really nicely, as you can tell. And now, yeah, this is like a personal bus, but I want to show you another piece. Now this piece is completely different than the other ones, which are like resin and that styrofoam. These are MDF, but they have plastic pieces for these advertisements on the sides, and they have like wheels. So this is actually a bus, so a futuristic bus. This kind of gives the impression like it's a trailer for something, but it's not. If you go to the front, you actually see the front of the bus, and it gives like, in fact, let me zoom in on that a little bit better. So yeah, it gives the bus number and the schedule and stuff like that. And lots of really cool different things. And I'm pretty sure this set has 2 buses in it. So this is the number 44. And let's get the other bus in there. In fact, let's just so you can sort of see the whole collection. I don't know if I did a sweeping thing of them. There we go. That's all of them. And again, some of the unattractive backdrop here in my digital photography area. All right, so let's see here. So there's the, oh no, wait, that's the same one. All right, let's take a look at the other one. What number is this one? This is bus 25. So very detailed here. So great set, exceeding all your expectations in luxury cruises. So really cool. I'd love to use these in my Starfinder game, which I'm going to talk about on a personal ramble here pretty soon. So there you go. There's the front. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that. 25. Next stop. All right. So, yeah, you've got these smaller cars. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. Why not? Well, before we dive into that, let's take a look at the bus stops. Let's get those out front and center here. So I love the shape of these cars. They're like really innocent. Like in Warhammer 40K, everything is like spiky. Like if you're going to the toilet, you're gonna be punished for your sins, you know. Good Lord. So this is the bus stop. Pretty cool stuff. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that a little bit more. And these are all MDF board. They're laser cut clear plastic. There's a lot of companies making a lot of great terrain out of laser cut, which of course, once you get into past the initial investment, can be very inexpensive to produce and produce a really high quality. But then of course, if you're gonna assemble it and paint it, then you just went from pounding it out on a laser for $1 a sheet to spending hours and hours and hours, and now you've added human labor. Which is the interesting thing about the miniatures battles industry, is that it's the consumer that's expected to do a lot of this post-operative labor. And of course what gives rise to my company, which has done pretty well. And again, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that on a ramble here coming up soon. So you've got these little tiny like egg vehicles, which I think are really cool, like these 2 or 3 wheel things. Some smaller vehicles, you know, sort of a futuristic energy saving car thing. Let's zoom in on those. There you go. That's better. I wanted to set up like a cityscape, but I'm just using sort of my generic ruined, you know, city backdrop. I'll be getting out my other backdrops here pretty soon. So there you go. There's another one of those. Oh, here's like a sports car, which is pretty cool. Get that out. So by mixing up the colors, we've really been able to kind of create this, you know, using multiples of the same thing. Like there's like 5 of these vans here, you know. So yeah, but by doing them all different colors, it kind of gives the impression of you know, variation there. So next, rolling up, the last thing is these SUVs. These are resin, so these are really very attractive. And the client wanted them all in black, and I think that really is going to give some nice storyline there to have these 3 black vehicles. These would be great for champions too. And all right, well, that's all I gotta show you for this set. In my fantasy world, I have a patron that owns a resort, and what I'm doing is between events, so like Valhalla Squared, I have a team of people, and we just make these insane sets. We make these incredible collections of terrain and figurines, and really all that's missing is the monetary resources to do it, which would include, of course, having a workshop for it, sort of a Weta workshop for miniatures. And I could certainly, you know, get the talent organized, get all the assignments done, know where to go. Like, so if you were doing like a futuristic anime, manga, Appleseed, Infinity type of board, you could get really a lot of these vehicles and then start in with custom 3D printed or ordered extra pieces to make them unique, and really build a city. And that's just one idea. There's like a zillion other things, and I'm very excited about that possibility. I know just all I need is to just find that right person who's seeking me as well, like someone who needs someone to actually get in there and organize it all, those artists, and get the projects written up, and actually be a host as well. And that's really my forte. The Elrond Seeks Rivendell is my advertisement there. So anyway, guys, I really do miss you. You know, I'm gonna put this all in a ramble. I haven't made that many videos in recent years, and there's a reason for that. Oh, here's a red van. Check that out. Isn't that great? I just love this. It's fan. Miniatures are so cool. I want to just have a giant storehouse where I can, you know, create these dioramas, create these worlds in miniatures. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you got your inspiration for the day.